up until the best kids in the country. We do these every time we're together. That's how important I think they are. Give yourself some room if you need it. You glad I brought them sweatshirts? And do backhands. So on the backhands, it's very important. This, I'm sure you guys have maybe not have heard of raking through the ball. So as you're doing this, whatever type of backhand you're fielding, whether you're straight up or you're crossing over, when you're fielding that ball, you want your chest and eyes behind the ball. It's the hardest play in softball is the short hop backhand. So when you rake, you want to rake forward when you field it. Can anybody tell me why you want to rake forward? If you rake forward and you misplay it, the ball's still right here. If you rake across, the ball's going to be 2 or 3 foot away, you don't have a chance at a play. You rake out, ball's 2 or 3 foot, you don't have a chance at a play. You rake forward, you still got a chance to get that marginal kid with marginal speed out. All right, give me a few more. All right, so just do 2 or 3 of those. And what this is a great transition point. Anytime as an infielder that you're fielding the ball, and we'll go through this in a minute, it should be right, left, field the ball at the left side of your foot, boom, you're bringing it to center, all right? And everything's done from here with your quick transitions as an infielder. All right, so now they would do, so we'll do short hops, exact same thing. See your glove pop up there, Reagan? Stay down through. Over exaggerate squeezing, just pause for just like 1 second. You're always doing short hops, have them throw them here. All right, this is not a true hop. So if you get here, you're gonna get a good bounce. All right, sorry, Reagan. All right, and it's the same consistent bounce every time. Now let the other player know that it's coming. It's all right. Give her a short hop. That's too big a hop. No. Short rudder. Yeah. That's how down it's got to be. Give me another one, Reagan. All right, backhand. Sorry. She's now tough. They're going to good one if I say so myself. All right, one more. All right, now they're good. So the goal is here when you're doing these, as soon as she gets ready to roll, all right, you should be having like some type of prep step, just like you would as any position on the field. It's got a prep step, pre-pitch step, whatever you want to call it. It could be something as simple as right, left, all right, and you're down as an infielder, or it's still right, left as an outfielder, all right? Or you can do like what's called what we call the Auburn hop, where they just jump and they're ready. A lot of teams I coach do that because it just puts you in a super athletic position. Couple forehands, couple backhands. All right, you're good. No, you're good. Do some backhands, yeah. And on the data, they do like 10 of each. So we'll do 10 straight ups, 10 forehands, 10 backhand, 10 short hop straight, 10 short hop forehand, 10 backhand. Then they'll do 10 of these, 10 forehand, 10 back. She's going to be in an athletic position. Yeah, she's going to catch it. Boom. She's going to transition with her feet. So she's going to catch it. She's going to come to center. Boom, boom. Getting the slot as an infielder, you should be throwing from the side. I know some of you got young kids that are just learning to throw. But as you get older, you got to get your arm in a great slot to be a good infielder. Stay low, stay athletic, as quick as you can. All right, when I say switch, we're going to go the other way. Switch. One hand. All this should be, once you get about 14, all these drills are done with one hand. So when you go to put a tag, or like first base, you see a lot of first basemen that want to stretch with 2 hands. You lift half to the bag. All right, and it changes every year, and it's going to change again this year. So if I'm receiving a ball, I want to put a tag on. Is it quicker to catch it out here, or is it quicker to let that ball travel and catch it here? quicker to catch it here. All right, so if I got to catch here, bring it back, and then put a tag down, it's much quicker. And I receive the ball here, slap a tag there. All right, hop up. Still moving your feet in transition. You gotta work on your short hop, baby. When you're doing this, all right, you're catching down here with one hand, and you don't come up, you just stay down. So you catch it, down. Come on, gotta get better hops here. It's gotta be quick. Quick transition as an infield, move your feet. It's all right. All right, pop back in here. So we're going to do this probably 5 to 7 times a piece. We'll do one more. Go. As soon as they throw the ball to you, they should keep their eye on the, try to keep their eye on the ball the whole time. And all you're doing is trying to lead them to simulate like a fly ball, something that they kind of misread, or a ball that's hit real hard and they got to make a drastic move to try to get to it. All right, pop back in. Come do throwing side. Go. Not bad. Good job. A couple things you need to figure out what you want as a coach, whether you want them to say mine, ball, or I got it, or I'm not catching any of them, it's yours, whatever you decide. We just go with a simple ball, and not to complicate things, but infield and outfield do the same thing. The only thing, like, if I've got a third baseman that's opening up trying to get this ball, and the left fielder is charging, and they both say ball, she's saying ball. If one of them says mine, she's folding out of the way. Now, before we go any further, anybody tell me who's got priority for outfield? Center field's got priority for every ball in the outfield. Outfield's got priority on any ball that's like in the grass, regardless if it's 2 steps in the grass or 7 steps in the grass. If an infielder's coming back, opening up, trying to make a play, or a player over their shoulder, much easier for an outfielder to come forward and make that play. So if you hear ball, outfielder says mine, this girl's folding one way or the other, or even just getting down, trying to get out of the way. What about infield? Who's got priority? Shortstop. Shortstop in the middle's got priority on all balls. That's basically that. All right, let's go. Oh, I got you. And you realize, or the wind's taking it, or you got a lefty that's got a side spin on, you're going this way, you can pivot and open up this way. Or if you're really, really good and it's something you practice, you can go here and just turn your head, all right, and find it. It takes a really good infielder to do that. I don't care what level you're at, because you obviously lose sight of the ball and you got to find it again. So we'll do both. All right, so you're going to open that way. When I pump fake, going that way. All right, go. This way she keeps an eye on you. Ball. You get ready to pivot. Put that left foot in the ground. Go. There, girl. Go. A new outfielder right there. Don't turn your head. Great job. There you go. You're good. You're good. Sorry.
We're going the other way now.
Yeah. Go. Go. Give me more of an angle here. We're working on it. Flying the hips. Here we go. Great job, Reagan.
Oh.
I'll lead you. There we go. Yes, ma'am.
My clothes not broken.
Oh, Oh, jeez.
Oh, wait, she's not this bad.
You're right.
I promise. Oh, shoot. Oh,
All right.
we're going the other way.
Now we're going to do a line drive. So you're going to take off that way, and I'm going to throw one underhand. Go. Here you go. My bad. Ow. Awful throw. Here we go. And you can throw overhanded too. Don't matter. Go. Atta girl. That's that. We're good.
Oh, what? Here.
Just one in. Go. Go. Keep your eye on the ball. 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 We do all these with tennis balls. We wouldn't even touch the softball yet. Ball. Ball. We did ground balls. We'd work on, anybody know what do or die as an outfielder? So that's a play that do or dies, and if we don't get this girl out, most of the time it's like a girl from second that's going to advance home. And the only play we got, all right, is if we're running through the ball, all right, and she fields it off to her left side, comes up, gives me a big crow hop, and makes an accurate throw. Let's talk about, I'm going to give you guys a drink here in a minute. Let's give me a couple examples of just like nobody on base, a single, to anybody in the outfield. All right, you want to teach them to make sure they drop to a knee so the ball don't get by. All right? And that's with nobody on. All right? We use it a lot to work on just like basic throw and catch, cutoffs. We do it as a competition drill sometimes at the end of practice. If I got some kids that I think maybe dogging a little bit and me getting on them's not working, so we'll do a competition, and the loser 2 out of 3 has to run. For whatever reason, it seems to probably be the best motivator I've seen in 20 years in conditioning. All right, so you three are on a team. You three on a team get about 20 yards apart. You guys be careful, you make catch this way. If they make good throws and the balls don't hit the ground. If the ball hits the ground, start over. So the person in the middle is like the cut. All right, so every time, and they can usually get dizzy in this, you're in the middle, so the ball's coming from here, ball, ball, ball. You're getting a big target, just as you would as a middle infielder or a secondary cut, pitcher, or catcher covering or whatever, or a first baseman covering. It's going to be ball, ball, ball. So as the ball's coming, right, you should be moving your feet, right, to be able to receive it here. And make that throw with maybe one step or no step. If you catch it here, straight up, and then turn, it's maybe the difference between a kid that's out at home or a kid that's out at third. All right, so each time in the middle, you turn and go ball, ball, ball. Try to turn as the throw dictates. Sometimes you're obviously going to have a throw that's here. You got to move your feet to try to get in position to make that big turn. All right? 3, 2, 1, go! Starting over here. First one to 3. Have a seat. First one to 3. Move your feet. Arm, keeping your weight forward. As you get towards the bag, you want to try to touch the front of the bag. A lot of people want to touch the middle of the bag. People touch the back of the bag. The front of the bag is, could be 6 inches. Safer out. As we get through the bag, anybody tell me what we do next for a single?
Turn to the dugout.
Chop. I heard 2 or 3 right answers. What'd you say, young lady? Turn towards the dugout. All right. First thing you do is you're through the bag. You start chop stepping and slowing down. Next thing you do is turn to the right. Why are we looking towards the dugout?
See if they miss the ball.
We got a bad throw. All right. It's much quicker. I think it's quicker for me to say, hey, go, go, go. Process, so she can go, me tell her to go, she receives that message, she processes it, and she goes, or is it much easier for her to just see it, process it, and go? Yeah, see, we practice it every day. All right, go ahead and run through first. Just one of you, go. Step, look right. There we go. All right, one more, go. All right, say you're gonna go to second. All right, so now we got a ball either that was misplayed in the outfield or a ball in the gap or a blooper, and we got a quick kid that's gonna go to second, and she knows every time they hit a ball, whether it's anything that's going to the outfield for sure, hunting two. What you should be thinking too. I'm going to second until the defense proves that they can field the ball. All right, and obviously if you're playing them and they don't feel very well and they don't throw very well, you want to take those extra bags and put people in scoring position. So as she comes out looking for two, first thing she's going to do is take about 6 hard steps and she's going to create an angle. All right, so that she can turn towards two. As a first base coach, you come up with your own language. Go, 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 go two, just point. Because if you just point, the defense really don't know what you're doing. All right, but if you say go two, everybody gets a little more hurry, a little more pep in their step. So she's going to go straight. She's going to come here. As she comes here, whichever foot is in her natural stride. Don't have to be outside foot. Don't have to be inside foot. You're going to touch the corner of this bag. You're not just touching the corner of the bag. She hits that, she's pushing off, and she's going. All right? So as she gets here, she's obviously looking at the third base coach, unless the ball's over here. Anything behind her, she's looking at you to say, hey, up, all right, hold, or get down, or whatever you want to do. Go. I don't do this. I just do this because everybody can see this. It's real quick to see me waving. But if I'm just doing this, they may just like half butt go towards the ball and we may be able to steal the bag. All right, say go two. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, one more. Go. All right, now let me get somebody on all 3 bags. We're going to talk about on the pitch. All right. So, not trying to encourage you guys to cheat, but usually you got 1 or 2 umpires. 2. All right. So I promise you that the field umpire, 99% of the time, is watching the pitcher only. I promise you. All right. So if you catch that guy or girl locked in at the pitcher to make sure they're not illegal, guess what we're going to do? We're leaving extra early. All right. So in softball, you can't leave technically till the pitcher releases the ball. All right. We teach kids to leave right here. All right. And if you're not leaving there, we're late. So if you do that, just say on an average 15 times a game, and you get called out once, you're winning. All right. You're still winning. And if you get called the first time you do it, then we got to put the brakes on because this guy or gal is a pretty good umpire. They just walked onto the runners and they're not watching the pitcher. So, what I want you guys to do is like I'm gonna simulate letting the ball go. I want you to come off hard, pick the ball up, pick it up, pick it up. All right, work your way back. So very important, and I know we're not playing here, but as you're working back from third, what should you be doing? You should never turn your head. All right. So you're here. All right. There's a ball. You just you might take a peek, and you're coming back. Because I promise you, as you get older, and the coach or player sees it, they're going to have a sign as you turn your head, you're out. I promise you. Our second's going to be out. They will throw behind the runner as you get older. So try to pick off the girl at first. Tags. All right. So tag play, man, it seems like they're getting more aggressive every year on TV on tagging. It used to be like a ball that was at least 180 feet on the 220 foot fence they would tag. Now they're tagging on a ball that's 140, banking on that they don't work on accurate throws to home, and probably 70% of the time, the ball's off left or right, and that girl third is scoring when she probably never should have. So part of doing a great job tagging, when I got a girl at third, whether I'm coaching our 16U team or 18U kids that are all committed to big time schools, I tell them 3 things. I say, hey, all right, watch out for a line drive, all right? Pick the line drive up. Make sure the ball gets through here, all right, before you go. I don't care if it's shortstop or third. As you get older, the ball here, and you go, you're out. You're just going to be out. Sometimes if you've got a super quick kid that gets a great read, or it's a slow ball to shortstop, you might be okay. Last thing I tell them is make sure you're running foul. Why do we do that? Why do we say that? Hits her. Yeah, so if she is on the line or in fair territory and a ball hits her, she's out. All right? We'll always have them come off like 6 inches inside the line there. She gets hit here, she's just going to have a bruise. So make sure the ball gets through, watch the line drive, make sure you're running foul, and make sure you're ready to tag. So on a tag, third, ball the outfield. She's coming off on the pitch, boom, she's halfway. All right, as soon as she sees that the ball should be caught, all right, she's coming back to the bag, watching the ball the whole time. All right, and she's here. Same thing. And I did it for a long time when I was coming up. I would say go. All right. So I've got to process it. The girl's caught it clean. I've got to communicate it. She's got to receive it. She's got to process it. She's got to go. It's so much easier and so much simpler. She gets a much better reaction. She does that read on herself, on her own. Does that make sense? All right. What do you guys, questions you got about anything we've covered so far? You want to talk about head, Thursday, head, feet, hips, ball. Yeah! So it would be 1-0. This team got 3, they got 0. All right, here we go. Ball. Less than 2 outs, or maybe you're a gambler like Kenny Rogers and you don't mind doing it. And they walk a kid. And you've got an option to either she stays at first or you send her to second. All right. So why would we send her to second?
Try to get the throw.
Try to get the throw. Try to get this run in here. All right. So a couple things can happen there. So it's not like a straight sprint to the bag. It's like it's not even like a delay steal, but she would delay. She'd come around to about halfway through, and she would either start just watching. All right. She can't stop. If the pitcher's got the ball in the circle, she's got to keep moving one way or the other. Once she stops, she's out. It's called a look back rule. So what you're trying to do there is to get them to throw the ball to second so we can get this run in. It happens a lot with less than 2 outs. You don't see it so much as you get older because the girls are just really good. They'll fake throw there and throw behind this girl and pick her off every day. Talk a little bit about first and thirds, and I won't bore you to death, but we're defense. They've got runners on first and third, less than 2 outs, and they're either going to do a straight steal or they're going to do a delay steal, trying to get us to make a throw and get the runner home from third. You've got a whole lot of options. All right, so you can throw short, throw home. So what we'll do with that is and it's evolved over the years. So we don't never really throw short and go home, because as soon as this shortstop starts moving, everybody knows what's happening. All right, but a lot of times I'll have the second baseman will cut. She'll come over and the shortstop will cut. All right, and what I'm doing here, if it's like a straight steal or delay, all right, the shortstop will talk. If she says cut, that means that girl's going home and we're trying to get her out. If I don't say anything and it's a great throw, the shortstop's not going to say anything. She's going to catch it and she's going to tag this girl out. That's a little more complicated than probably what you're used to or what some of your kids will be able to do. We do that. Sometimes we throw pitcher. It's called TPT2. We throw pitcher, throw 2. So the catcher comes up, fires it back to the pitcher. She turns and picks this girl up and see if she can get her out, or she's like more aggressive than she needs to be in the delay, and we can get her out before this girl gets home. My personal favorite is we just throw 3, all right? Because this girl's coming off looking to score. If she's coming off hard, as soon as this catcher fields the ball or receives it, she's throwing straight here, and we're going to give up that bag. Very seldom, if it happens 15 times in a week, 14 times I'm doing something. I'm not just going to let them take a bag. And I'm lucky and fortunate enough at the age that if my catcher can't make a throw or if she don't execute a throw, I'll put another one in. You know, we're gonna be aggressive. You're not gonna run us all day. These are things you absolutely have to practice on. If you don't spend 15 minutes a couple days a week and you try to do it, you're gonna throw the ball away and we're gonna score and make it a run. Kitty. gotta be real quick. Probably need to spend more time on it. There's 1,000 ways to teach hitting. Whether you're a linear type person or rotational, whether you're launch angle, teach launch angles where they basically drop the barrel and you either hit the pop fly or you're hitting the ball out. Stances. I teach either a neutral or an open stance. So same thing as the defensive position. If you jump up and jump down, all right, your feet are barely shoulder, a little more shoulder width apart. Your knees, all right, are inside your feet. All right, this is a great base. Some coaches teach open stance. You might know why they do open stance. See it better? You put both eyes on a ball with open stance. And kids that love inside pitches, they can get their barrel to that. All right, so if you see a kid with an inside open stance, you probably don't need to come in on her because she's looking for something inside. And just she's already kind of turned to help her barrel. Ball's hit back, got a runner on third, ball's hit to the pitcher. And the girl is coming off the bag. What's my first job as a pitcher? Or as the girl that starts the rundown?
Check it. Ball out.
Absolutely right. Get the ball out of your glove. All right. What's the next thing?
Go towards it.
Got to go at her. I got to get her to commit to one bag or the other before I make the throw. So I'm running at her. If she goes back to the bag and she's committed, I'm making that throw. All right. As I make that throw, I'm following my throw. All right. So each time we do this, we're going to follow their throw. All right. So first thing you do is get the ball out of your glove. Next thing you do is you get in a good throwing motion. We say no more than one pump fake, because what you do is you end up psyching out the girl that's receiving it and throw the ball away and they score. So you can come up with some type of phrase, whether it's whatever, now, blue, black, that's a pump fake. But if you get one pump fake, you should not get another one. So the girl that gets the ball here, she's really starting the rundown, even though the pitcher obviously initiated. She creates the throwing lane. All right, so she's either going to decide we're going to stay inside the whole time or we're going to stay outside. And that lets the girl on the other end know where the throw is going to be coming from. Because obviously as a base runner, what am I trying to do in that situation?
Get away.
Trying to run into somebody, right? Or either advance. But if I run into them, you get interference and you get the next bag. So as a smart base runner, they're going to try to cause confusion. And if you're crossing over, like if we're doing a rundown and she's in the rundown and she's coming my way and I'm crossed like this, she's going to run into me, and she's going to get the bag. So I got to stay in this run lane. I throw, and I stay here and follow my throw. We do that over and over and over. Like I said, if we had about 10 girls, we could do a really dynamic drill where we got a girl in the middle over here, 3 or 4 kids at first and third, or first and second, and we're doing the same thing over here. So we initiate it. Once we tag this girl, whoever tags her runs across, gets this girl, trying to get her committed, and we start all over again. And we just run back and forth like that for about 10 minutes or until it cleans up a little bit. Very important that you practice that. I think it's something that probably right behind outfielders throwing home is something that we look past and is neglected. So first and thirds, bunt coverages, rundowns, and cuts are extremely important. And I'm probably somewhat guilty of not giving them the attention that they deserve, because I think they absolutely win and lose ball games. We talked about hitting runs and button runs with you. All right, so you can either backhand toss, would be one, it's got to bounce once, so you can't be rolling it. You can be like a short hop, or it can be a big hop. You can be like a big hop right on the line to try to make her misplay, but you're going to start, everything's with your glove. You don't touch it with your hand. So it should be like this. All right, you're down and ready in a good defensive position, a good triangle, feet shoulder width apart, knees not outside your feet. All right, both hands exposed here. You're going to catch that. Now you got to catch it. And now you got to throw it back real quick. Yeah, like that. She's got to catch it. If not, that's a point for her. All right, so we'll go to 5. Hour and a half to 2 hours should be the max practice you have if you've got a good structured, organized practice. Keep going. You should have a practice plan. After 20 years, I always write something down, partly because I'm old and I always forget something I want to work on. They get to practice, and I'm just going to tell you what I do, because it's obviously different, because I'm old and retired and got time. They get there, everything's set up. The practice, everything's out. They get their armbands, or they stretch. They do like 10 minutes of dynamic stretching. It's the butt kicks, the high knees, the sprints, They do about 10 minutes. They get in a circle and static stretching. Then they throw. Throwing progression can be something as easy as, depending on the age. All right, we should never be doing this. If you're doing this, you should not. There's nothing in throwing. Have them turn. All right. Then you come up, turn, throw, turn, throw. As they do that, you work their way back. Depending on age, as far as they can throw, they're gonna do long toss. Long toss does several things. A lot of people go through the motions, or they try to throw line drive BBs to the person they're throwing with. It's not the intent of the drill. The intent of the drill is to just get your arm loose. And long toss is how you build your arm strength. So if my partner is at the foul pole, all right, so I'm gonna catch, all right, I'm gonna take a couple steps, and I'm gonna throw, but I want it to bounce like 5 feet, 10 feet in front of them. All right, and their goal is the girl that is receiving is to stop that ball and not let it get by, simulating a line drive that's a tough hop in front of you. But we shouldn't let them be throwing like BBs to the glove. It's not the purpose of long toss. So as they finish that, they'll come in and they'll do like 10 quick transitions. Just a partner real quick. So boom, to the middle, out, boom, back and forth. They'll do 10 of those as quick as they can. All right. Then they'll come in. I missed a step. Before we throw, we got armbands. Get their arm real loose. Some kids got weighted balls they want to throw around. And we do that. And then we go straight to the dailies. And go from there. Probably the last 15 years that made my life much easier. Number one being a 24-hour rule. All right. The 24-hour rule is that if a parent wants to talk to you or sends you a text that they want to talk, you tell them it's in the parent meeting. First thing you have, hopefully you're all having a parent meeting to kind of lay out your rules and expectations. But if a parent reaches out and says, hey, I'd like to talk, they have to wait 24 hours. All right. So the next day at the 24-hour mark, we'll have a conversation. The reason you do that is to give people a chance to cool off. Because if you don't think their kid's getting a fair shake, or if they think you were too hard on them, they're obviously emotional. Their job is to protect their kids. If they feel like something's happening, I get that. I put 2 kids in college softball. I understand. A lot of times I didn't agree with what the coaches did or the coaches said. And it's tough to not confront them, especially when you feel like they're being like over the top, verbally abusive or stuff like that. But you got to remember, it's not going to help your kid is the big thing. And it's obviously probably going to hurt them. But the 24-hour rule, so after that 24-hour cools off, especially if it's after a game and you lost, or you made a bad coaching decision, or you had a big lead and lost, you're probably kind of pissed off too. All right, so a parent coming to confront you that's not happy, you being not happy, is just an absolute recipe for disaster. So I'd recommend you do the 24-hour rule. The next big thing, regardless of age, is no parent should be coming to the dugout. All right, so parents know how much water, how much Gatorade that little Susie or little Bobby needs before the game. I don't care if each one of them pack a cooler in there with snacks and drinks, because what happens, I'm all for them having enough to eat and drink, but you guys know what I know. Here's the drink. Hey, you got to keep your eye on the ball. All right, quit throwing balls. You then walk 3 kids. It's never just a, hey, here's the drink. I hope you're hydrated. It's always a little bit of their coaching philosophy or tips that usually go totally against what you're teaching or what you're coaching or what you're trying to do. You should never talk about playing time with a parent. And I know that some of these kids are so young they can't speak or really even understand how to communicate with you. But as you get older, I'd say like 12 is the max. Most of your conversations should be with the kids when it comes to playing time. What can I do to get more playing time? The parent should say, hey, how's my child's attitude? Got a good attitude? Is she coachable? Does she give 100% effort? Those are all things I'd be more than happy to. I'm actually excited when I get a chance to talk to parents about stuff like that, because usually the reason that the kid is not playing or not playing as much as they want or not for sure the shortstop is because they probably don't have a great attitude. They're probably not very coachable. They're probably not giving 100% effort when their parents are not here. Those are all things that I think are important, that you be upfront and honest.